So anybody who wishes to speak can now speak. So,
Initially, I was attracted by the uh, scheme of starting from the scratch.
right.
So, it is very important to learn anything from the beginning, and slowly we are proceeding how we have to go through. Initially, if we are interested in reading anything or applying in anything,
Yes.
any subject, that would be very better if we are starting from the beginning.
So that is what my effort always is to explain things to people. So even when we say an advanced workshop, we'll start with the basics one more time, because that revision is very important.
Yes.
And effort is always to get you to a level where you can then pick it up from there and take it forward, right? So that's the USP of our workshops. We take everybody at the same level, and we begin with the base, and then try and bring it to a position where you have a certain amount of understanding, and then again the amount of effort you put in, that will take you to the next level. So that is what. Thank you so much. Right. No problem, audience. No problem. You can give your comments on the WhatsApp also. So we also look forward to your written comments and nice things you can write about us. You can also write bad things. You're most welcome, right? So that's not an issue. But we have put in some effort. We know it should be appreciated. But of course, we are open to all suggestions as well. Anyone else who wishes to speak?
Yes, sir. I would like to tell, sir.
Yeah, please.
So this is my first interaction with you. Like I didn't know that our language is existing for biologists because I am from downstreaming. So I don't
Mhm.
have any idea about this molecular biology things and sequencing and FASTAs and all. I've read it in my BTech, but as I came to my work and all, I'm dealing with downstreaming of the protein. That's it. So
Right.
I don't have that deeper knowledge about that. And thanks to this workshop, which I've got. Overall like how R will be used in our biotechnology stream and all. It's very happy to be in part of this workshop, sir, because
Thank you so much.
yesterday you have told one thing, no, this week is just a trial part. You have to give it 6 months of time and
Yes.
your
Yes.
energy, everything to get the language expertise. So uh, I'll try to be like that and get the knowledge of this language, sir. Thank you.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone who cooperated throughout this workshop.
Yes.
Hi, Vipin sir. So this is Shruti. I was first initially attracted by the fact that you are the one who's taking the call because you don't know me, but I do know you. I
Okay.
was in Amity. I did my MBA from MBA Biotech from Amity, and you
Okay.
were a faculty there. You
Yes.
never
Yes.
taught me, but I have heard lots and lots about you. So
Thank you.
that was my first motivation to join this because even though I did my biotechnology and biochemical engineering back in my graduation days, I moved on to the business aspect of pharmaceutical consulting firms over the span of my career. But then I have always wanted to go back to research or do something that is core about biotech. I mean, I reached a point in my career where I would like really dust off my biotech books and read a little and all that. And I've always and at this point in my life I'm also dealing with a lot of statistical analysis, data analysis,
Yes.
and there are a couple of tools that I do use, but I've always felt that I'm dependent on someone to do a particular exercise. And
Right.
I've heard a lot about R for that matter. So
Yes.
I thought, maybe why don't I give it a try and try to see where this is taking me. Is this so a lot of things actually I had to listen through the recording a couple of times over the past few days to actually understand, because lots of it is core biotech.
Yes.
So I'm just hoping that today is the last class, but still I just want to go through the entire recording one more time over the coming week, and I'm only hoping that you'll have the time and space to maybe guide me if I have any doubts in the
Anytime.
coming
Anytime.
weeks. Thank
I
you.
am available 24/7. Right. So that's not an issue. And most of my responses are in the middle of the night itself.
I do see that.
So,
I wonder when you
yes.
sleep, but thank you so
So,
much.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes. You're most welcome. Thank you so much. Yes. Anyone else?
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome,
Thank
Amandi.
you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I would
And
like to
Thank you
say
so much.
something.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
So I should be thankful for LinkedIn that I happened to see your profile and I started following it. And I thought you are really doing good on sharing information. And as someone said that it's starting from basics is what is important for learning anything.
Yes.
I work in an NGS core. I do a lot of bench work, a lot of wet lab things, but then the data is a black hole. Like
Yes.
we just do the preliminary analysis and we don't know what's happening with it. So
Right.
I feel like all biologists must learn programming, which is like the future of research. And thank you for having us engaged for a week or so. And I'm looking forward for a few more workshops and classes from you. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Laura.
Yes, just sorry, I have to go. I want to thank you because really I use R. Sorry, perhaps it's my I use R every day, and it's very useful to see how someone else program with R, and I think that I can improve my programming skills by seeing what you do. And I'm very interested in NGS data. I have not experience. I am experienced in SNP and genotyping, but not NGS. And the package is amazing. And I hope that if the workshop is always in on the net, I want to join because I think that I can learn so much from you. And I think I know you by the Erstat tweet counts. So I even if I done the Python workshop, I
Yes.
really prefer Arch, I think, but I will learn to use Python in R.
Great.
So, and very, very thank you for your kindness and your advice. Really, thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much.
So, I have to go. So, thank you
Yeah.
and bye.
Take care. Yeah. Yeah. So Gauri is next. Thank you so much, Laura.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody. I am microbiologist, and I was also assistant professor for last almost 14 years.
Mhm.
And now I understood that learning something new, like these languages Python and R, will add to the knowledge base where I can find some more good opportunities. Just being assistant professor is not enough.
Yes.
So thinking that I'm trying to switch my career, and so I had done a certification in Python, but
Mhm.
that was from NIIT, so it was purely a technical thing.
Yes.
Uh, but then I got to know about this workshop through LinkedIn, and I was very happy that I will learn another language and with respect to some biological data. So that was very exciting for me, because in
Mhm.
my previous course I took all other examples other
Yes.
than biological data. So
Yeah.
this is
You
something
don't get to
really.
feel then, right? So
Yes,
the
yes.
soul is
uh,
missing there, right?
yeah, not that I didn't get the feel. It
Yes.
was a
Yes.
very good thorough workshop,
Uh-huh.
sorry, course.
Mm.
But then this is, I can relate more to this type of data. So
Yes.
now my confidence level is little bit increased.
Yes.
So while searching for an opportunity, I will be confident that whatever I have learned, I will be able to apply it to biological data nicely.
Yes. Yes. So
So thank you
even
very much, sir. It was really nice experience to be
mm,
part of this workshop.
so one of the ad campaign that we did, we said enhance your CV, learn the skill that is truly required for today's science. So that was also our
Yes,
tagline.
that is true, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Anyone else?
Yeah, I
Good
can.
evening, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jaya, please.
Yeah. So, sir, I am from microbiology background, and I have recently joined NII for a project, and they are working on a project which includes next generation sequencing and everything. So I feel like this workshop will definitely help me to enhance my knowledge, and I need to practice more to get through this. And yeah, I'm also trying for PhD abroad,
Yes.
and most of them require they have the requirement of our language.
Yes.
So this workshop was really helpful for me. I'll practice more, and hopefully I'll get a good position there. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much for the classes, sir.
Right. So Amandeep, I think you didn't finish, right? Your mic is off, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this workshop, and actually, I'm looking forward for Python workshop as well. And I really learned in this training, and actually, I'm very fond of biostatistics tools and bioinformatic tools, because even I was when in the university I was teaching biostatistics to the students, and I always look forward for the such trainings. And I also had a training in Perl programming. So basically I was fond of it, and I really enjoyed this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So maybe Swati, Mithilesh, right?
Yes,
Can
well.
I add something? Okay,
Yes, yes,
Mitlesh,
please.
yes, please.
Usha.
No, no,
Usha.
No, 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 no. Go ahead, Mitlesh. I can wait. Yeah.
uh, yes, the workshop was very informative for me. It's a brief compilations of like basics, R syntaxes, and some like interactive and some like intermediate level was also there. And of course, it's a I personally feel that it's a ladder by which we can like reach up to the advanced R level also. And yeah, you have introduced some R library also. And yes, sir, I really enjoyed these sessions. And it's a really means मेरे लिए बहुत नया था ये, तो
Mhm.
like I'm really thankful to you, sir.
You're most
Really,
welcome.
really, really. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So who is next? Dr. Umesh, you want to say something?
Yes, yes. Thank you, Dr. Vipin. As I joined the Python also, and this is second for R.
Yes.
As a breeder, it is very important for analyze the plant breeding data or like biostatistical data.
Yes.
So many times we have the software, different software is available, but in that software we cannot like try error we cannot do.
Mhm.
So I was following your classroom like within e-classroom since 1 years, and many times I have seen. But
Yes.
actually, what happened when I take the classes, then my
Mhm.
doubt was clear because listening and just understanding if somebody is teaching, that
Yes.
is give the more useful
Absolutely.
than as compared to see the YouTube videos and
Yes.
other
Yes.
videos.
Yes.
And like way of teaching is also like we can say school type or college type. So
Mhm.
you started from basics because you
Yes.
earlier I did one r this training also, but they started with very advanced levels. So
Yes.
we did not understand from where we start. So
Yes.
by taking your course of Python and R, we understand this is our basics. Until
Yes.
unless we did not understand the basic, we cannot go in advanced levels. So that is
Absolutely.
the fantastic for me as a researcher or as a plant breeder to learn and execute in my breeding programs also. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else?
Hello, sir. I
Hello,
would like
Tavisha.
to add something.
Yes.
Just a minute. My name is Tavisha, and I come from the wet lab background of sequencing. I do Sanger sequencing, and recently we've installed NextSeq. So I was really trying to know where to start the analysis part from, and I really thought this would be a kind of an opening session for me to the analysis part of sequencing. But to be frank, for every 1 hour lecture you take, I will have to sit like for 2 3 hours and practice that alone to comprehend what you're trying to explain. So this was immensely informational. It was really easy to comprehend whatever you thought. So I'm really thankful for that. Thank
You're
you
most
for
welcome.
all of the things that you've given us, sir.
You're most welcome, Tavisha. Thank you so much. So who else?
Yeah, I can say Vipin. I
Okay,
can just
please.
wait for a minute. If somebody more people have to speak, I can give some room.
Anyone else who wants to speak?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Dr. Jasmine.
Yeah, first I would like to congratulate Dr. Kurian and you for successfully hosting this workshop.
Thank
So
you.
basically, I am from animal biotechnology background, and during my doctorate, like I never handled this data, but through this workshop, I am being sensitized, and in future, hopefully, I'll handle data also. And one more thing, like some participants in earlier classes, they ask about this heat map generation through ours. So probably
Ah, I'll
that
send you the
part.
program. It so
Okay.
happened, we are running short of time, but I already made the program, so it will be a sample program that you can have, and then maybe sometime I can re-record and
But
send it to the YouTube video.
really, sir, I enjoyed a lot, and I'm looking forward to attend future workshops from your classroom also again.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I'll be grateful if I'll be informed like about these workshops. I came to know about this workshop through one of my WhatsApp group. So please include me in future coming workshops. Thank you once again, sir.
You're most welcome.
Kudos to your efforts, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Right. So maybe Usha, now you can start.
Yeah, thanks, Vipinji. I mean, for me, like, see, I was teaching a very brilliant course called Biology for Engineers. So
Ah,
that was really challenging,
yes.
once the students come, like BTech students, it's not that easy to put why biology is important, right? Like that was really challenging. But like now I also realize that biologists should also learn programming. It's very hard. Like you have a fear at first place. So everybody, like you're breaking ice after you have a, like somebody was saying, like these people are all young people. They have a kind of fear, like although they are
Yeah,
coming from
that
biotechnology.
mental block is
So
always
that
there. So
for me, like I mean, as I told you, we lag in India. We lag to learn any techniques some by 10 years. Okay, so I was exposed to art some 10 or 12 years back, but I
yes.
never had an opportunity to use it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and but like now, like people, it is getting into. I mean, the importance is gaining. Like if you are putting the gear, and now okay, if it is whipping, whom from where else I can learn? I have several people also teach, but I don't want to step in now because my students do that job. Or like if I say that, or I mean, I can do that, but like. At one point of time, it is important that you have to have a hold on what is going on.
Yes. Yes.
So only then you will understand whether it is correct or wrong and like things
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
So I thought like if it is Vipin who's teaching, I should be there. And like I mean, I really enjoyed. I know he's a very popular teacher. Even before I was a teacher, I know he was rocking. So and yeah. I mean, so it's good to know.
Thanks.
Like yeah. And Python
Thanks.
back to back we are doing it. And somebody was asking me like, which one do you prefer? Like my one of my students, he was asking. So, madam, which one would you prefer, R or Python? I said equally both are good,
Yes.
and and each of them they have their own plus and minuses, but it's amazing. Like now I have to, and for one reason I never practiced. Just like I just want to. Somebody was saying I have want to sit, spend a lot of time, go back and do that because. I mean, you have to take nearly 6 to 8 months to write your own programs and then
Yes.
analyze. And yeah, it's not learning. But if you want to master it, it is definitely is going to take a while. But yeah, it was fantastic. I would say. Yeah, it was.
So the key thing now is to keep practicing
Yeah.
because all this will vanish if you don't practice for some more
So
time.
that's why I told you should take
Yes.
tuition. You remember I told you in the last
Yes.
class
Yes.
you should have a. And one suggestion I have, Dr. Vipan, you should
Yes.
probably for people like me who's a lazy bump, like
Mm-hmm.
you should be having some test or something like that. Only then, okay, there is a test. I should come back and for every like.
So it happened that everybody thought assignments are mandatory. So
No,
initial 3 4 days everybody was sending assignments.
no.
After that, no assignments.
No. I
No.
would say if you say like I should mention to Dr. Kurian, only if you clear these tests, like then you will be
No,
given
no.
certificate. Then people will learn.
See, the thing
Actually,
is,
sometimes you may have to force a bit.
sometimes no. Sometimes it also see, and you are at a stage you're not a kid anymore, right? So you're at a stage you know what is possible, what is not possible. So I don't want to push anybody into it.
I know.
The thing is that take your time, give yourself time. It will come slowly. It doesn't come in a day, right? So that's the whole idea. So You have to
I
give
was
yourself some
wondering
time.
why I was not learning. Then I thought maybe there
Hmm.
should have been a test, then I would have, every day I think, okay, chalo yaar,
No, not everybody enjoys a test. I never enjoy a test, right? I mean, you can always test yourself the way you want. Why should I give a test? So I never enjoy giving a test.
okay.
So that is how it, and test is something like,
But Vipinji,
yeah.
I can add something like, in my class, like I was having a small test. First 10 minutes is for test,
Yes,
okay?
yes.
Huh. So, like people, I do not give anything related to subject, some, but like from the
Mhm.
previous class, some extra part.
No,
So,
so yeah,
people used to enjoy that. I tell you, for some
I know.
reason, they were enjoying.
So that
So,
is how when I start the lecture, it is always connected to the previous lecture.
hmm,
So you have a bit of revision and
yeah.
then build on that. But the thing is, in 8 days to expect somebody to learn full programming and to give a test is a little big ask. So take your time, and then 6 months later, I'll take your test.
Oh,
Right?
no. I'm not there. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyone else
And
who
you
wishes?
are telling, na? You are telling, then you should be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I'll participate. I'll be behind him. Like, I mean, this week was so hectic. I tell you, like, I had to keep everything away. And I said, like, I mean, after Python, as you know, I was not sure whether I'm going to join for R.
Yes, yes,
But
you
then, and
told me.
now he's saying NGS. Okay, NGS. Abhi, if I say I'm going to learn for NGS, everybody NGS bhi, are yaar, rehna do, aise bolke. But otherwise, if Dr. Vipin is teaching, I will be there because getting to know certain things is good always, even if you know that.
Yes, yes.
But like, it's kind of revision. It's kind of
Sir, teaching
updating.
style is like so different.
Hmm. I've been a
Hmm.
teacher now. I've been a teacher for 10 years now. I'm
Yeah.
not so much into research. My idea is if I can teach well,
Okay.
I should do that well.
Hmm.
Nowadays, the problem is you're forcing everybody to do research without looking. I mean, teaching is also equally a demanding job. So somebody who
Hmm.
teaches well, she should be in his comfort zone and do the thing properly instead of, yes, if you ask Shah Rukh Khan to write film stories, where will he go? Right? So it's
Yes, sir.
that's the
Okay.
kind of thing. So I enjoy teaching. I love teaching. So
Sir, this NGS workshop, when it is going to happen, sir? I'm
sir,
interested in joining it.
sir, I'll keep you updated.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Actually, I'm
I
going to
would go
Delhi
for
for a workshop.
statistics, Vipinji.
Yes, yes. So I'm going for a workshop to Delhi next week. This is a physical workshop in Deen Dayal Upadhyay College. So there I'll be teaching some graduate students Python programming and something. Then I come back and then we plan the next workshop. In between, myself and Dr. Noble will plan the next workshop and we'll float out most probably it is going to be Python season 3, right? And then of course, NGS will follow up soon, very soon, right? And
Python, sir, Python workshop I miss. So, if possible, recording can be provided, sir, on payment basis, like that.
we don't generally provide recording on payment basis because it is always good, as somebody was pointing out. Recordings are not so helpful unless you have attended the live lecture. So generally we don't do it, but if you wish, we can always talk about it, right? But
But I missed
generally,
that workshop, sir. Python, I heard a lot about that.
so you join us again, no?
So again, it will be there like
Yes,
Python
yes.
workshop.
So we'll
Okay,
keep
okay, sir.
doing this workshop cyclically. I have to teach the whole of India.
Okay,
We only have 67 people here, right? So it should be 67,000 in another
Maybe not
two,
all
3 years.
India, all world.
Yes, yes, yeah, kind of world also. But first, we have to educate people back home, right? And in US.
so
So
that workshop will covering basic also of Python. That
yes, yes,
Python.
yes. So it will
Okay,
be
sir.
an 8 days module, and we will cover everything from basic to like the R workshop. It will
Okay,
be
sir.
also
Okay,
from
that's
very
great.
basic.
That's great. I will join if I'll inform.
Absolutely.
I'll join. Okay, sir. Okay.
I'll keep you informed, right? You are in the TIBR group, right? So Dr. Noble has already added you. So
Okay, sir.
all workshops will be. So also one thing is you guys are now our ambassadors. So we are a young lot. We are only 2 people right now, and we want to, but we put in a lot of effort to teach. So every time we do our workshops, you are our ambassadors. Just forward it to your WhatsApp groups, and people will get to know, right?
Sure, sir. Sure.
You also do a lot of I mean every hour we post on LinkedIn and so on and so forth, but then of course it is always good when you promote it further. So we are banking on that
Definitely, sir.
word of mouth publicity, and that should work for us. So
Definitely.
I guess we can close now, right? Everybody has spoken. Anybody else who wishes to speak? Right, no problem, Manisha, you can leave now, right? Not an issue.
Thank you, Vipinji. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you,
Giri.
sir. Once again.
Most
Okay,
welcome.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
Thank you,
you.
Noble,
sir.
as
Thank you,
well.
sir.
Take
Thank you
care.
very
Good
much,
night.
Dr.
Thank
Giri.
you,
Stay
sir.
connected. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.